Welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I told you beginning Monday that I'm using the audio because the environment I'm in cannot be able to allow me record video. But I came with my team to try today and see if it can work. And thank God it has worked. We are in the interior parts of the villages. Those of you who have followed me for some time, you understand I do charity work. Hata kama ninapiga kelele hapa kukosoa serikali, but behind the tent, I'm helping the less fortunate in the villages. Like from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is on Thursday, we are in the village helping a widow. There is a widow mwenye alikuwa akinyeshewa hapa. Tunamsaidia kujenga nyumba. If you can see from Monday, kuna nyumba tumejenga hapa moja. Hii ni ya mabati. Iko na rooms 4, sitting room, store na 2 bedrooms. Tumeweka mpaka madirisha. Tukimaliza pia tutaipiga plaster. Alafu sasa tumeanza kujenga kitchen the other side pale. Mafundi wako huko ready na mimi niko hapa monitoring hii kazi. So those of you have been getting me on audio, please be informed. This is the location where nimekuwa nikiweka mambo yangu kutoka hapa. So tushirikiane pamoja, tusaidia wa community. Saidia mwenzako yule ako karibu na wewe, mpatie kitu kidogo. Kama ako njaa, give them something. Kama kuna mtoto amefukuzwa shule, if you have something, pay for school fees. And after all, hii mali yote tutawacha kwa hii dunia. So tusaidia mahali tunaweza ili Kenya yetu isonge mbele. Back to politics. William Ruto is fighting Nyamira. You must understand that Fred Matiang'i comes from Nyamira County. Actually, the village home of Matiang'i is from Nyamira. And the people, najua Kisii has 2 counties. People think Kisii is Kisii. No, Kisii is a county, Nyamira is a county. The 2 counties combine to form Kisii region. Kuna wale muko pale Nairobi mnafikiria Kisii ni Kisii tu. No, we have 2 counties. And Matiang'i comes from the other county, Nyamira, where Amos Nyaribo is the governor. Wakisii, they have one thing in common. Wakiamua kusupport mwenzao, that is it. And there's nothing you can do about it. Wao ni watu ambao wakiamua kwamba we are going to this direction, that is where we're heading to. So in Nyamira, kuna chama kinaitwa UPA. UPA party, before Matiang'i was appointed the Jubilee deputy party leader, previously alikuwa ameunda chama kinaitwa UPA, labda alikuwa na ambition ya kisiasa. But in between, he again flew to abroad, akaenda kufanya kazi ya World Bank. So akawachia Amos Nyaribo hicho chama. So in 2022 general elections, Nyamira County Governor ni wa UPA party and the current party leader wa hicho chama. A number of MCS in Nyamira were elected under the UPA party. There was a by-election in Nyamira and William Ruto was badly humiliated by the UPA party that took 2 seats na kuna moja ya PDP that is affiliated to Matiang'i. So we can comfortably say that the 3 by-elections in Nyamira were won, all of them, by Fred Matiang'i. That is Ekerenyo, Nyansiongo, and Nyamaiya wards. Zote zilishindwa na Matiang'i. Ruto has been calculating on how to neutralize Matiang'i force in Nyamira. And one thing he has done is to try and bring Nyaribo, the UPA party leader, back to the broad-based government. And this was the chronology of events. One, after the humiliation in Nyamira, William Ruto, I have always told you, Ruto is someone who can use money to even buy all of you as long as he retains power in 2027. I've always told you Ruto is very cunning and is a person who likes spending. As long as he knows this thing can help me win in 2027, he spends on it. Hata kama ni kuuza kidney, as I told you, he's ready to do that as long as apate support ya 2027. And ameangalia akaona kwamba Nyamira has a base support ya Matiang'i. If I win this region through Nyaribo to me, then I'm well. I can be able to even tap some 5,000 votes from Nyamira County or 100,000 votes, whichever the case. So he's using intimidation. Number one, through the UDA leaders in Kisii, they came up with an impeachment motion against Nyaribo as a threat and intimidation to scare him. After that impeachment was filed, it sailed through the county assembly of Nyamira ikapita. And then, you know, from the county assembly, it proceeds to the Senate. Do you know what William Ruto did? William Ruto quickly, najua Nyaribo anakuanga muoga. And once he sees an impeachment kama mzee and 2027 is just around the corner, anaingiwa na wasiwasi. So he was so desperate. And they always say sometimes desperate situations can call for desperate measures. So the desperate situation of Nyaribo's impeachment, kwa sababu it was sponsored by you. Actually, Ruto was committed kutuma Nyaribo nyumbani with only two options. Number one, agree to join Broadbest, you survive, or remain in the united opposition, you go home. So in Kenya, in politics, there's what we call political interest. If you meet my interest and I meet your interest, we become friends. If you don't meet my interest or I don't meet your interest, we become political enemies. That's why they say in politics, there is no permanent friends, there are no permanent enemies, because it's about interest. Politics is about not agreeing to personal interests. When this desperate situation cropped up, the impeachment motion that was highly sponsored and highly hyped by the UDA government, Nyaribo was running up and down to seek help so that he doesn't go home. And by the way, do you remember Songo's impeachment during Jubilee government? Songo was sent home because he refused to come down to join Jubilee government under Uhuru Kenyatta. Mukakumbuka paka Uhuru akatafuta sijui nani akasimamia Nairobi municipality. Ya, kwa sababu Songo alikataa. Finally Songo went home. So, hata Nyaribo alipewa two options only. One, we either rescue you and you join Broadbest, or maybe we send you home forever, you forget about your political career. Desperate situations call for desperate measures. Nyaribo had to call Simparati. The photos you've seen on social media, hata kama Nyaribo yesterday after surviving the Senate impeachment, he said he has not joined the Broadbest government. And if he was to join, he could not use Osoro and Japheth. Those are boys, as he said. But then you know what? He's been holding a series of meetings from Arati's Lavington home. Those photos that are in the public domain, the background is from Arati's Lavington Nairobi home. Hapo ndio amefanya mikutano for the better part of this week, starting on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, until yesterday, Wednesday, when the case proceeded to the Senate and it was thrown out on technicalities basis. Kasema kwamba the MCs wa Nyamira didn't meet the threshold. So wakasema the technicalities that were involved were a sham against the constitution. But you know what? Money talks. Pesa ilitembea vizuri sana. So those meetings in Arati's Lavington home involving Simbarati, Japheth Nyakundi, Silvana Osoro. Osoro is the National Assembly Chief Whip. Japheth is the National UDA Treasurer. And Simbarati is the ODM Deputy Party Leader. The three, they held a meeting with Nyaribo. Akamwambia mzee, najua kwa hii maisha, it's about your interest as a person. It's either you agree tukusaidie, urudi kwa serikali, ama tukuachilie, uende nyumbani, you forget about your political career. So kwa sababu, unajua, kazi ni kazi na Nyaribo anataka kupaki kwa kiti. Nyaribo akasema, I agree. I agree wazee, I am joining government. So that is how William Ruto has stolen the Nyamira governor, Amos Nyaribo, the UPA party leader, to the government. So meaning, kama Nyaribo ameingia kwa serikali, it means UPA is in the government until such a time when Nyaribo will be kicked out as the party leader. Nyaribo, wakati impeachment ilisha kwa Senate, was being interviewed by the media. Akasema, I have not joined Broadbest. But the reality is, yes, as we speak, Nyaribo has abandoned Matiang'i and he has officially joined the Broadbest government. We only wait to see how things will go. Sisi tuko vijijini, tunasaidia Wakenya, tunasaidia mawidows, tunasaidia mayatima, tunajenga nyumba hapa. That is what I do, Kaka Sungura, and that is a calling from my heart. God bless you. See you in the next episode. Asanteni sana.